Yeah, this is Miss Sherhonda. You need to check out Fuchsia's TV.
Okay, who we have on Fuchsia's TV right now for the people that don't know?
Oh, I'm Miss Sherhonda, also known as NBA Youngboy's mother.
Okay. How you feeling today? You know what I'm saying?
I'm good. I'm always good.
Yeah, you look nice. I like, the makeup, the hair, you look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, let's start it back, you know what I'm saying? Take it back, I meant to say. You're originally from the Northside, right? Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Louisiana, Baton Rouge.
Okay. So what was your childhood like when you was coming up out there?
I stayed inside a lot. Like, my brothers were bad, so I knew about the life because of my brothers. They stayed in the street. They always got in trouble. They always had hung around with the bad boys in the neighborhood.
Yeah. So what type of student was you though? Was you going did you graduate and go to college?
I graduated from Woodlawn. I mean, my mama had to push me because I was getting tired. I'm not no book person. I'm not big on school. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of people, I feel like they stereotype black women and say that, they have kids early. But I seen with your interview, you had a kid around 22. Your first kid was at 22.
My first one was 22. That's LaShonda. And my second one was 25, which is Kentrell and Youngboy. And I had one at 28, and that was Kendall.
Okay, so how did your life change after you had your kids?
It really didn't, because my mama, she helped me really good. Like, when I go to work, I get up at 5 in the morning and, get dressed, catch the bus, take my children to my mama's house, and I go to work. And then I catch the bus back and make sure they got off the bus and did all their work. And then I go back to my other job until I got me a car. Then, I still had to take them to my mama's, but I didn't have to catch the bus anymore. Like talking about.
Yeah, so you was definitely just hustling. You was definitely working. Yeah. So what was the relationship like with Youngboy father after you had Youngboy?
Well, his father was just my friend.
Oh, okay.
We would never know real relationship. He was my friend.
Okay. How was the relationship with Youngboy and his father now?
It's good. I mean, if he talk to him, he talked to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that, in one of your other interviews, you said that Youngboy always wanted to be the man of the house. You couldn't really have no guy friends and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
kind of like baby boy.
Well, he really ever since he was little, if he go to the store, he gonna make sure he bring his sister and his brother something back. Or if if I have a friend or someone like Kentrell, he really wants to be the man. And I always tell my friends you're here for me. You don't have to talk to my children, all this and that, because I never did want my children to get used to, somebody. I don't want them to get used to no man.
Yeah, okay. So growing up though, when you was in the house and stuff like that, what music was you listening to? Who was some of the artists that you used to listen to?
Oh, I like R&B and country stuff like that. But Kentrell, every time they had a new rapper, he'd come and say, "Mama, listen to this. Listen to what he's saying." Or say, "Mama, he went to jail for killing somebody. He finna go to court and he gonna get out." He used to keep up with how they keep up with him. Yeah. That's how he used to keep up with other rappers. But his favorite rapper was Lil Fat.
Lil Fat, okay. So Boosie was
Lil Fat Trill, yeah.
Okay. Did you used to see Boosie and stuff like that growing up?
No, because Boosie them from Southside Louisiana, where my grandmother and my mom and them from, where my mom and them was raised at, and his cousin Boozilla, they died. That's where they're from, where Boosie was from.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what's up. Now I seen you said that you good with wordplay, and even in your songs, the two could play the game. And the joint when you went at Nino Brown, I could tell that you when you rap, you talking about something. It's not like you just saying something. Yeah, even with Youngboy music, you know what I'm saying? He's 20. How old is he? He's 20?
He's 20. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but with his subject matter and, the way that he put his words together, you could tell he's smart, you know what I'm saying? So, what type of student was he growing up?
Kentrell got expelled in the 3rd grade. He got expelled in the 5th grade. He got expelled in the 7th grade. He got expelled. You know, like he had to go to alternative school. But Kentrell, like, he never did no work at all. But he always passed his test.
Yeah.
Like he always passed his test.
Yeah, so that's like what you said. You said you never liked going to school, but you know what I'm saying, you still graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and that's what they was like. He never come to school. He never even do any work, but he always passed the test. Like they never knew how he did it because he's smart.
Yeah. Now, what age did you start seeing like a change in Youngboy?
Well, Kentrell always did have older friends because he was like 4 and he always hung with kids like 8 and 9. Like he always, you know, hung with children above his age.
Yeah. Why you think he had to like grow up so fast though? Like,
I mean,
you think it's the environment?
He was like a curious child. Like if he sees something, he'll be looking at it and he'll go like find out what it is or what's going on. This is just how he was.
Okay. And I seen that you said at age 8, he was selling weed and stuff. Like
yeah, like
when
I go to work and he have his little friends next door. They'll go around the corner and be selling weed for the boys around the corner.
Yeah. And
I had caught him. And I told people I was gonna call the police. I really was gonna call the police. Like, you ain't gonna have my child doing it. So I just started letting him stay in my mama's house a little bit more while I was at work, you know. But like my mama, she's like, I remember one time Kentrell got put out of school for 3 days and he brought his paper home. My mom was like, oh, he going to school. I said, but they put him out. They ain't put him out nothing. So she took him back to the school the next day with his school clothes on, everything. They was like, well, I'm sorry, Miss Gaulden. He was suspended because of such thing. He ain't suspended. He's staying his ass right here. Well, he's suspended. She was like, he's staying right here. So they gave him in-school suspension because she was like, he ain't coming back to the house. I'm like, what? And they really like let him stay. I was like, oh.
What was Youngboy getting suspended for though? He was just fighting a lot, or he just
Kentrell, if Kentrell was messy, if a child messed with Kentrell, or if Kentrell just felt like being mean to somebody, he was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like if Kentrell have a good day at school, the whole school have a good day. If he have a bad day at school, the whole school gonna have a bad day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like since you know everything is going up with him, you know what I'm saying, as far as his music career flourishing, is it kind of like, do it make you kind of paranoid, especially like when people come in your circle, you don't really know their intentions?
We don't get close to people like that.
Yeah, most definitely. So what age was it when you knew that, you know, he had a gift? Or what age did he tell you, you know, Mom, I want to start rapping?
Around 13 or 14. Around 14, I guess. Around 14.
Okay. How did it make you feel though? Did you think he was gonna be this big?
No, I had no idea. Because one day I was like, Kentrell, what does NBA mean? He said, never broke again. I was like, well, you better make sure it don't turn into nigga broke again. And he was like, oh no, I'm gonna be good. I'm good.
Yeah. So you was still working 2 jobs around that time?
No, I just had one then. I just had one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was that day like when you was just like, yo, I'm done with working?
You know, I know y'all done heard this before. Y'all, you know, been heard it on interviews, but this is like real life. I was like, it's Circle K, and he called me. He said, "Say, man, you gotta come home right quick." I'm like, "Why?" He said, "I need you to sign some papers." I'm like, "Kentrell, I'm at work." He said, "Tell him you sick. Tell him somebody got weird. We sick." I said, "Yeah." I lied to my manager. I said, "My son's sick. I gotta go home." Whatever. I went home because I didn't know what was going on, and you know, Montana and Fee and everybody was over there, and you know, they was telling me to sign the papers, and I was just reading the papers, signing everything. So once everything was signed, I was like, now what? He was like, nothing. Y'all rich. I'm like, what?
do it still feel like kind of surreal though? Cause
no, because we never let money like, you know, get to us. You know, it's like, I still like drive a regular car, and like they be like, why you don't have a Mercedes, or why you don't have this or that? Like, I'm good. I don't do all that.
Definitely. What's a funny childhood story that you have about Youngboy that nobody knows about? So that's funny, like.
Well, they already know how he snuck to the club when he was 10. He used to always sneak down the street to the club, just from the Renaissance Club. But, what Kentrell did? Okay, when Kentrell was in school and he had this little ankle bracelet on, whatever. My daughter said she was sitting in the classroom, and Kentrell just took off running passed, you know, was flying down the hallway. And said everybody looked, they just saw Kentrell running. Next thing you know, had about 80 police running behind Kentrell. So Kentrell ran and jumped the gate and ran, and he just shook all the police. Like, I don't even know what he had did that day.
How old was he?
He was like about 14, 15. About 15. About 15.
So what do you tell him though? You just be like, man, like, son, you need to calm down. Like, you crazy.
I'm not telling him no calm down. Turn me up, folks. Let him do him. Yeah. I mean, cause like it's common sense. Like Kentrell, he's grown. Like he's like 20, but he's like 35.
Yeah. Yeah, because for people, it's my uncle. He like 45, 46, and he listened to Youngboy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
For him
like
to touch,
a lady, when I was at work one time, an older lady, she was like in her 60s. She said, "I listen to your son every morning." I'm looking at her like, she said, "My grandkids." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I'm like, okay.
So I see, you know, you stay in Houston now. You know what I'm saying? You like, how was that transition for you? Like, how you like living out here compared to back home?
I really like Houston. I didn't think I was gonna not like it. I never moved out of Louisiana, and I really like it. I really, really like it here.
Do you think you moved because, like, for your safety though? Not saying you're scared, but as far as, you know, you got weird motherfuckers out here that would do anything.
I do whatever my son tell me to. If he say move to Houston, we gonna move to Houston. I mean, I don't know the reason. We just do it.
Do you feel like trouble be following Youngboy? Because it feels like he don't really go at nobody. He's always on the defense. And just like the other day, I seen people pulled up at his house like, yo, this Youngboy house. They're going to nigga right there. Like, it's weird.
Youngboy, NBA on my mom.
NBA Youngboy, bro. What the fuck? NBA Youngboy. Youngboy and them shit. That's Youngboy right there, huh? That's YB right there, huh? That's YB right there.
Bro, that's Youngboy, NBA on my mom.
NBA Youngboy, bro. What the fuck? NBA Youngboy. Youngboy and them shit. That's Youngboy right there, huh? That's YB right there, huh? That's YB right there.
People ask for trouble, then when they get it, they want to hide their hand. That's all.
Yeah.